Welcome, Diablo 4 addicts. There's absolutely no way you know all these tips. And after watching, tell me in the comments below how many you got right. Number 1, and it took me 1,000 hours to actually learn this. Go to the Occultist Codex of Power and type in equip. And it will show all the aspects that you currently have equipped. And by hovering over, also the equipment piece, it is on. This is incredibly helpful while you're leveling. Instead of just constantly checking, I got redirected force on. Do I have a new updated redirected force? No, I don't. It's 58. Nah, don't do that. Type in equip, check out all your aspects if you get an updated one, and make sure to keep them the highest level for the most amount of damage possible. Number 2, and this one is relatively new. Go to your waypoint, and then by hovering over a waypoint, you can, with a right click, favorite it. I do like to favorite Karagar, and if I now press my T button wherever I am, I will always be teleported back to Karagar, which is also the number 1 location I recommend to favorite, because it is the Artificer's Obelisk here, and all the vendors are extremely close to each other. The second best location would be the Curist Bazaar. And the main reason for that is the Undercity, and do not forget about the Undercity and your tributes, they're amazing. Especially the rune one, since this season it seems to be almost impossible to get certain runes. The Igni bug can be super hard. Number 3, upgrading your glyphs and how to get the +5, +4, +3s. What are the breakpoints? What do you need to look for? This is a 100 difference between pit level and our glyph level. Now if I upgrade this with +5, it is still +5. That's amazing. But my level 26 is only +4. That is less than 80 difference, while my level 46 has a less than 60 difference, so it's only +3. Which brings us to following breakpoints. +5 is 80 and more. +4 is 60 and more difference between pit and glyph level, and then with a difference of 40, you still get +3, and with a difference of 20, you get +2. My level 83 glyph is less than 20 difference, so it's only +1 at this point. But if I now want to upgrade this one with +2, how many levels higher of the pit would I have to do? And that would be our 83 glyph +8, which is 91, and then +20. So I would have to do a 111, technically, to get this 4 times upgraded. But that is wrong. Why is that so? Because the 83 is going to receive +2 first upgrade, +2 second upgrade, and +2 third upgrade. But the 4th upgrade doesn't have to be 22 levels higher. No, the 4th upgrade is the final one. I got 3 upgrades done, and with the 4th one, I'm going to jump out of the +2. So if I now have 26 levels higher, I will end up at a 109 pit, which is enough to get my Rumble Glyph +8 upgraded. And if you want to calculate this, for my level 71 Martial Glyph, I would now have to be +26 levels higher, pit level, to increase it. And that would be 71 + 26. I need to do a 97 pit to continuously keep this upgrading. But what about if I want to keep the +3 up now? That would be +40, but also 9, because 3 upgrades, and then the 4th, the +12, is the one where we skip out again. And for +4, we would be looking at 72 levels higher. And with the +5, it gets complicated because there would be 95 levels higher. Now you're going to say this is not going to happen a lot, but you're actually wrong. My Necromancer, for example, could now easily do a pit 120 or 130 to keep upgrading the Blood Feeder meaningful. The main plus I try to maintain though is the +3. Screenshot this, send it to your friends, and ask them if they knew this. Number 4, blacksmith caches are better than you give them credit for. And there's a multitude of reasons for this. First, let's craft some. They are okay expensive. I can craft 20 for 20 million gold. The materials I have, well, tons to actually do this. Now, these blacksmith caches, they have a very high chance to drop you ancestral items. That is already 2 ancestral items. Can I get a third? That's 2 ancestral items. Now, these could be good. These could be something I need. But there's a bonus reason why this is very amazing. First, let's check. That's a bad one, and that's a decent chess piece, to be fair. Now, what is the other reason why this is so very useful? I mean, first and foremost, you can get your character easily equipped, but second and most important, it is the upgrade to the aspects. Since there is a high chance that you get ancestral items, you might get max rolls on aspects finally, because your ancestral items will always be the max roll that a legendary can be. For example, this legendary, the Archon Gauntlets, can only go up to 30% on the reinforcement cooldown, but the reinforcement cooldown goes actually up to 33%. Now, an ancestral item will always be the max rolled version, so this can go up to 30. If the ancestral items has the reinforcement aspect, it will at least be 30, which means if you're lacking certain aspects, it's not only good to go to the Purveyor of Curiosities. No, the blacksmith caches, crafting like at least 50 of them or 60 of them for a new character is very good. And the money for this you will easily get by just doing your whispers, or worst case scenario, trading and just picking up an easy billion for a double greater affix item. And now onto one of my favorite ones, and that would be your experience bonus. Yes, this is actually listed down here. I currently have 739.8%, and I'm still not at Paragon 300. There's a way to shortcut this by the extreme, and that is at the Alchemist with our instances. And they are now separated in these three nicely in the overlay. Now we can do core stat, so another 100 strength. We can do the defensive instance for more life, and the resistance instance for more resistances. Now these instances, they can actually be stacked. So it's 1, 2, 3, boom. And they now last for 30 minutes, making it less tedious. On top of these three instances that each give you 5% more XP, you can also get the Elixir of Resourcefulness, for example, for another 8% more. If we're now adding this all up, we're sitting at 852.1%. Holy hell, that's so much more. That's going to cut my grind significantly short. Now, there's a problem though, and it's really annoying to every 30 minutes just not forget about this. What you can do, instead of just having to consistently open up your inventory, then clicking over into the menu, you can hold your E button. Haha, what do we have here? Everything lined up, customize, go over to the potions, and you can just easily put your potions in and activate whatever you like. Your Draught of Whispers from the season that gives you the shrines, well, pull that in too. Save changes, and whenever this is up, you just hold your E button, 1 click, 2 click, 3 click, 4 click, boom, done. On we go. I hate to put this tip in, but I've seen too many Reddit posts and it's needed. If you go to the Occultist and open the Enchant item tab, you pull in your ring, and before you even choose which stat you would like to change, which stat you would like to reroll, you click on it, the resource cost reduction, and you can check, what can I actually reroll this into? What is a potential outcome if I now choose to reroll this? Often I spot people wondering, why can't my ring get critical strike damage when I reroll the fire resistance? And the answer is simple. You can only have one type of damage: vulnerable, crit, and so on. The only damage I could reroll here right now, the fire resistance into, would be all damage, or attack speed or crit chance and so on, but I could never get critical strike damage on this. It sounds so trivial, but so many people still seem to not know that this button actually exists. For controller players too, you can pop this up. I just don't know what key to press, but it's possible. I think it might be Y on an Xbox controller. Ladies and gentlemen, how many did you get right? And if you now need help with Paragon boards and Paragon pathing, I have the ultimate video for you that breaks it all down, or rather an absolute nasty barbarian with a high cost and a budget version. Enjoy and have a fantastic good day.